So, what if software could literally just build itself? Take a second and really imagine that. Imagine a world where the painful, frustrating complexities of software development completely disappear. No more staring at blinking cursors trying to figure out where you missed a semicolon. What if you could just tell a computer exactly what you wanted and the software seemingly built itself? Well, you actually don't have to imagine it, because that world is already here.
Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in because we are looking at a massive shift in how technology is created. Today, we're exploring the journey from vibe coding all the way to agentic engineering. And by the end of our time together, you're going to have a crystal clear roadmap. We're taking you from a complete beginner with zero coding background to an empowered AI manager. You won't just be memorizing new terms, you're going to learn how to actually navigate this incredible new landscape.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. 1. The software development problem. 2. Welcome to vibe coding. 3. Context and agentic engineering. 4. The AI factory model. And 5. The future of software. If those terms sound a little technical right now, do not worry, we're going to break all of this down using super simple everyday analogies.
Okay, Section 1, the software development problem. We really need to start by acknowledging just how slow, frustrating, and honestly expensive the traditional way of building software has always been.
This is the painfully slow traditional software development lifecycle. Historically, if you had a brilliant idea, you'd spend a whole month just planning it out. Then, developers would spend like 3 solid months writing every single line of code completely by hand, dealing with crazy complex syntax. After that, another whole month just testing for bugs and thousands of lines of text, before you finally get one single day to actually launch. It was a massive bottleneck.
But you guys, we are right in the middle of a major paradigm shift. The old way was all about syntax. You had to write 1,000 lines of code telling the computer exactly how to do its job. The new way, it's all about intent. You simply tell the AI, hey, build a clinic booking website, and the AI figures out the implementation. You no longer need to know how to code, you just need to know what you want to build.
Moving on to Section 2, welcome to vibe coding. This is the exciting solution that breaks us away from strict, boring code and brings us right into the world of everyday human communication. So what exactly is vibe coding? Well, it basically means describing what you want in plain, everyday language and letting the AI generate the solution. Think of it kind of like home cooking without a recipe. You're just throwing ingredients into a pot, like asking the AI to make you a product research app, and you're just hoping it turns out perfectly. It's incredibly fast, it's super accessible, and it allows literally anyone to build a rapid prototype just by chatting.
But to really get things done in the business world, we have to move past standard chatbots. There is a huge difference between a conversational AI and an AI agent. If you ask ChatGPT, what product should I sell, it just spits out a quick answer. But an AI agent, that's a proactive worker. If you tell an agent, find profitable products and create a report, it actually searches the web, analyzes the data, compiles the report, and delivers the final result to you. It plans, it acts, and it works toward a specific goal.
Let's lift the hood on one of these AI agents for a second and see how it actually works. An agent basically has 5 structural parts. First up is the model. That's the brain, like ChatGPT or Gemini. Second are the tools it can use, like a search engine or a database. Third is memory, so it actually remembers your previous instructions. Fourth is orchestration, which is kind of like the manager deciding what tool to use next. And finally, deployment, which is actually putting its work online for real people to use. It's a completely automated workflow.
All right, Section 3, context in agentic engineering. Now we're going to transition from that casual vibe coding into creating highly structured professional systems. See, vibe coding and agentic engineering aren't opposites. They actually exist on a spectrum. Think of it like climbing a ladder. Down at level 1, you have pure vibe coding. You just say, build an app and cross your fingers, with zero testing. Level 2 is structured AI coding, where you start doing some manual checks. But real businesses, they need level 3, agentic engineering. This is where you implement strict rules, rigorous testing, and continuous monitoring to ensure the system is actually reliable.
Let's really cement this concept. Agentic engineering is the practice of building AI systems with built-in rules, tests, and quality checks. Remember our cooking analogy from earlier? Well, if vibe coding is a messy home kitchen where you just throw things in a pot, agentic engineering is a structured, professional, Michelin star kitchen. Every single thing is checked, everything is measured, and quality control is paramount. This is how you use AI responsibly in the real world.
So the absolutely crucial piece here is how you actually communicate with this professional kitchen, which we call context engineering. A bad prompt is just build website. A good prompt provides rich, detailed context. Build a physiotherapy clinic website in Pakistan with WhatsApp booking and a mobile-friendly design. Giving an AI rich context is literally exactly like properly briefing a brand new employee. The more detail and business context you provide, the much better the result is going to be.
And here's a really cool part. Instead of cramming every single instruction into one giant, confusing prompt, modern AI agents can load specialized skills right on demand. Just like you wouldn't hire one person to do every single job in a company, you shouldn't make the AI do it all at once either. You can have the AI dynamically load marketing knowledge when it needs to do marketing, load sales tactics for sales, or customer service rules for support. It's exactly like hiring distinct, highly specialized digital employees.
Which brings us to Section 4, the AI factory model. We are going to shift your perspective right now from being a manual coder to becoming the manager of a highly efficient digital workplace.
In this factory model, you get a completely new job title. You are no longer a coder. You are an orchestrator. You're the factory manager supervising multiple AI workers. And to keep those workers on track, you use something called a harness, which is basically a safety net of tools, memory, and rules that surrounds the AI brain to make absolutely sure it doesn't make mistakes. You can either closely conduct the AI step by step, or you can orchestrate by delegating large tasks and just reviewing the final results.
Because of this factory model, the timeline of building software has totally transformed. Remember that old months-long timeline we looked at? Now, planning and requirements take minutes. The AI builds a working prototype in minutes. The longest part of the whole process is just a few hours of human review and verification, and then boom, you launch that very same day. It literally compresses months of overloaded human effort into a single afternoon.
But please, do not worry that humans are replaced entirely. The human-AI partnership is just incredibly well defined now. You, the human, are the architect. You handle the strategy, the major decisions, the trade-offs, and that final verification. The AI is simply the builder. It handles the execution, the rapid generation, and typing out those 1,000 lines of code. Humans are absolutely essential for the big architectural decisions. AI is just a really, really fast tool in your tool belt.
Okay, our final section, Section 5, the future of software. What does working together realistically look like moving forward, and what skills will you actually need to succeed?
We call this the 80-20 problem, and honestly, it's the most important dynamic to understand today. The AI is incredibly fast, and it's going to do 80% of the heavy lifting. It'll generate the code, build the prototypes, and do the tedious work at lightning speed. But it will almost never get it 100% perfect on its own. That vital remaining 20%, the final polish, the security review, the human strategy, that is entirely up to you. You are the manager needed to push it across the finish line.
So, let's quickly summarize the key takeaways from today's explainer. First, you no longer need to learn complex syntax, you just need to clearly describe your intent. Second, don't just use chatbots to get answers, use agents to accomplish actual goals. Third, engineer rich context. Treat the AI like a new employee that needs a really good brief. Fourth, embrace your role managing the AI factory. And lastly, always remember, you are responsible for verifying that final 20%.
And I want to leave you with this really powerful final thought. The future belongs to people who can clearly explain goals, evaluate results, and work effectively with AI. You don't need a computer science degree to build software anymore. You just need a clear vision, good communication, and the willingness to manage these incredible new digital tools. Don't fear the technology. Embrace your new role as an AI manager. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you build.